Yo guys, what is good? Welcome back on the Uncle Sharma channel here today on the Saturday, the day after the Salernitana 5-0 drubbing. And I thought let's keep up to date with the latest news. It's a nice day, got a fresh trim. Let's keep the positive vibes going, and most importantly, a few of the protagonists from yesterday spoke. Most importantly, Massimiliano Farris, Inzaghi's assistant, Barella spoke, Martinez spoke, and we'll cover off some other news as well. So let's get into the video and make sure you guys are leaving a thumbs up and subscribing to the channel. First of all, I wanted to cover the pre-match from yesterday. Actually, how good was it to see, Materazzi, Wesley Sneijder, Eto'o, Pagliuca, these legends, absolute legends of Inter, turning up, being inducted into the Hall of Fame, seeing their pictures being taken together, reminding us of the triplete era, of course, when it comes to Materazzi, Eto'o and Sneijder specifically. And of course, some of the older Interisti will remember Pagliuca, great goalkeeper. But especially for me, Eto'o, he is, the greatest African player, one of my favorite strikers of all time, probably one of my top 5 strikers of all time. So good to see. And looks like maybe he passed on something to Lautaro last night, and the Sneijder passed on something to Barella last night, because, Lautaro and Barella last night played like maybe there was reminders of peak Eto'o and Sneijder, but Mamma mia, beautiful. Moving on to what I actually want to talk about, Massimiliano Farris spoke because Inzaghi lost his voice, and it's happened. I think this is the second or third time this happened this season already, that Inzaghi hasn't been able to come to the post-match because he's lost his voice within the match. So that's, that's a testament to some people who say that he's not passionate enough, or that we've lost the fire on the bench with Conte leaving. But no, Inzaghi puts his all, especially his voice, on the line when he's coaching Inter. But the thing is, I actually prefer it when Farris speaks, because he is very well spoken. If you speak Italian, you see that he speaks very well, and he's not, especially compared to Inzaghi, Inzaghi usually, his answers to questions in press conferences and post-match are very simple, basic answers, kind of given answers that you already can predict what he's going to say, try to cause the least amount of controversy. But Farris always tries to give us a little bit of insight. I remember his previous interviews this season as well. He always gives you some nuggets, and today he gave us another nugget, especially when it came to Barella. Speaking of Barella, they asked him about his poor form, and he says, he is a player that cares a lot about the shirt, and we know that, and he had this burden of not being able to perform as he knows how to do. And he said he came to the coaching staff and said, I'm doing everything wrong, and we told him with simple, and Farris said, we told him, start off with the simple things, focus on your positioning, focus on your technique, on your dynamism, and stop wasting unnecessary energy. And you saw yesterday, that was the real Barella, and I've been talking about it all season. Like, this guy, I think a lot of people always, a lot of his performances, I think, mask his poor performance in terms of his technical play, because he puts a lot of effort in, he runs a lot. So people are always drawn to his, running and, all action style. But we need Barella to be what he was yesterday. If we're going to get an Italian, guy to be running around in midfield, we can get Stefano Sturaro. But that was the real Barella, a game changer, man of the match performance. So it was great to see. And Barella himself actually spoke to Sky Sport Italy as well, released a quick interview regarding his, form and criticism as well. He says, I don't have to give answers to criticism. They are as much a part of the game as compliments. The important thing is to lend a hand to the team. If I can't do it, I get nervous, and we see that with his arm throwing and shouting and stuff like that. I'm happy for myself, for Lautaro, for Dzeko. Now we have to find the path that was getting a little bit complicated. And I like that today he also, showed a little bit of leadership. He spoke some nice words about the match where he's not going to be involved in, the Liverpool match. Of course, we know he's suspended for that match, but he did say, today we had to win to have less criticism, but I hope this match gives us the impetus for Anfield. I'm really sorry that I'm not going to be there, but Arturo Vidal, who replaced me in the first leg, was the best on the pitch, so I'm calm and happy to see him play. And this win gives us the confidence. It was a beautiful match that you can't be afraid to enjoy it when you go out to Anfield. So, it was good to see, a lot of people saying that he's earmarked to be the future captain. These are the kind of words that, we want to see from Barella, showing a bit of maturity and also giving confidence to the guy that's probably going to replace him. We'll see if Vidal is going to replace Barella like last time. But Vidal, has received criticism recently in social media But yesterday he made a good substitute appearance, and he played a great match against Liverpool. I'm not sure if he was the best on the pitch, as Barella said, but he definitely was one of the better players on that pitch. And then we get on to Lautaro Martinez, who Barella mentioned as well. That was really nice to see him score. Lautaro spoke to the Zone after the match and says, similar to what Barella said, really, criticism is part of the game. When things don't go well, we have to stick together. I thank everyone, from the fans to the coach to the staff and those who play less. And if you remember, at one point he hit the crossbar and they asked him about that, and he said, when I hit the crossbar, I said, oh my god, it's not my day yet, but in the end my teammates were finding me in good space and I scored. I thank Barella and all the others who have always been by my side in this difficult period. When I don't score, I go home sad, but today is the opposite. And he also said there was a little excerpt where he said that when he doesn't score, he's talking to his wife at night, moaning and complaining when he hasn't played well, which again shows the maturity and the understanding Lautaro when he's not playing well. But also his words showed how compact this group is. Everyone, when he scored, everyone came over to him. They knew how much this meant to him, which is great to see the compactness of this group, which is one of the big reasons why we won the Scudetto last year. And also, talking about the relationship with Inzaghi, we saw them hugging after Lautaro's goal, ending his goal drought. And he said, Inzaghi always gives me confidence. I thank him. And yeah, he talks once again about the Liverpool match. Everyone is talking quite positively about the Liverpool match. He says we will try to regain our energy after this game. We'll certainly go to Liverpool to try and get through. So it's good that the players have not given up on that Liverpool match, on that Anfield away match, and they're all talking about how it's going to be a big night, a beautiful night away at Anfield. It's definitely a night that they won't forget, whatever happens on the next week. The final news I wanted to cover today was regarding Marcelo Brozovic. We keep forgetting, but his contract has actually not officially been signed. Marotta said it's going to be a done deal. Most of the reports coming out of Italy have said it's a done deal, but it hasn't actually officially happened yet. Of course, people are starting to get worried, and I only can give you the news that I'm reading, guys. I don't have any inside news. I can't tell you anything different from what I read. And once again, now apparently the snag, what we're waiting on, is Marcelo Brozovic's lawyer to register with the Italian FA to make his contract extension official. So here, as you can see, according to Corriere dello Sport, who report that getting the bureaucratic process involving the lawyer out of the way is the last remaining hurdle before the new deal is wrapped up. Brozovic and Inter have reportedly been close to agreeing an extension for some time, with the 29-year-old will being to continue with Inter, and talks have progressed smoothly over the past few months. Everything is all ready to get the new 4-year deal signed, except for the fact that the player's lawyer is not formally recognized by the Italian FA. It is only a matter of time before the lawyer completes the process, however, and then the club will be able to officially extend Brozovic's contract. So we're almost there, guys. We're almost there. As I said, I am calm now. There was, moments of doubt in terms of a couple of times because, it's getting late now. He's able to talk to anyone. But once Marotta said that it's a done deal, I believe Marotta. When Marotta says it, then I believe Marotta, unless he gives me reason not to. And I've always believed from the beginning that Brozovic was going to resign. This is not a Frank Kessie situation or a Hakan Çalhanoğlu situation what happened at Milan. So yeah, keep the faith. Hopefully it's done and signed and sealed soon. Perisic news, just to close off, he was rested due to precautionary measure. He is not 100% guaranteed to be fit for the Liverpool game. Let's see in the next couple of trainings what happens with Perisic. They definitely probably don't want to risk him if he isn't available. And the Gosens gave us some nice signs of life. We're not sure if he's able to start and give us 90 minutes. For sure he's not able to give 90 minutes, but if he's able to give us 50-60 minutes, that would be great. And also we saw Tuco Correa coming on as well. So great news. The infirmary, the injury list is now 0 for Inter. Touchwood, that remains for the rest of the season. And yeah, hope you guys enjoyed my little update today, talking about the interviews, talking about a couple of the news. And yeah, guys, let's keep this positive wave going. Make sure you guys are enjoying your weekend. I'm going to go out now and watch the Manchester derby. Hopefully that's a good match. Let me know in the comments below, what did you make of yesterday's match? Did you watch my post-match reaction? If you haven't, make sure you check it out. If you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe. Ciao ragazzi, Forza Inter!